Physics has an announcement, and like most announcements from physics, it would have been better if they had kept it to themselves. Somewhere in the universe, according to perfectly ordinary mathematics, you're already dead. Not metaphorically, not in another universe, not in a dream. There are perfectly valid ways of describing reality where your entire life has already happened. Congratulations, your funeral is old news, and you're somehow finding out about it last. Nobody asked physics to be this disrespectful on a Tuesday. For thousands of years, humans agreed on one thing. There is a past, there is a present, there is a future. Simple, clean. Everyone understands it. Then Albert Einstein showed up, looked at humanity's perfectly functional understanding of time, and absolutely destroyed it. Imagine working on a puzzle for 3,000 years. Only for one guy with crazy hair to walk in and say, "Actually, you've been holding it upside down." Thanks, Albert. Very helpful. Here's the problem. You think now is universal. You think if it's Tuesday for you, it's Tuesday for everybody. Physics looked at that idea and said, "That's adorable." According to relativity, there is no universal now. Every observer gets their own version. The universe never bothered making an official clock. It basically handed everyone a different watch, then walked away before anyone could ask questions.
Let me tell you something! Let me tell you something!
It's the worst management system imaginable. Scientists call this the relativity of simultaneity, which sounds like the least interesting chapter in the world's most expensive textbook. What it actually means is much weirder. Two people can disagree about which event happened first, and neither of them is wrong. Not because someone made a mistake, because reality never promised there was one correct answer. Imagine two astronomers watching the same explosion in space. One says, "It happened first." The other says, "No, the other event happened first." They're both correct. Imagine two accountants looking at the same receipt and both getting different totals, and the company says, "You're both right." You'd quit immediately. Physics calls that Tuesday. Now stretch that idea across the entire universe because physics has never looked at a perfectly reasonable concept without trying to make it much worse. If now depends on where you are and how you're moving, then somewhere your future is already someone else's past. Somewhere your first day of school is still happening. Somewhere else your last heartbeat is ancient history. Not because fate decided, not because the universe can see the future, because future isn't a universal thing to begin with. It never was. Humans just assumed it was. And here's where the joke stops being funny. According to the mathematics, there are perfectly valid perspectives where every conversation you've ever had, every mistake you've ever made, every person you've ever loved, your final breath, all belong in the past. The entire story of your life already filed away. Not by destiny, not by magic, by geometry. Somehow, space-time turned your existence into paperwork. Scientists, to their credit, are unbelievably calm about this. They explain it with a laser pointer. Imagine standing in front of 30 students and saying, "So, according to physics, somewhere you've already died." Anyway, this will be on the exam. Who are these people? How do they sleep at night? The strangest part is, this isn't happening near a black hole. It isn't happening at the edge of the universe. It isn't some rare cosmic glitch. It's built into reality itself, right now, while you're sitting here, breathing, scrolling, probably wondering if this video has taken a very strange turn. It has. Reality did that, not me. You can't escape it either. Staying home won't help. Avoiding airplanes won't help. Never becoming an astronaut won't help. This isn't a travel problem. It's how the universe works. The manual was weird from the beginning. We just never bothered reading it. Maybe that's why humans are so obsessed with living in the moment. Deep down, we probably know the moment doesn't actually exist. We invented calendars, clocks, schedules, deadlines, birthday parties, all because our brains desperately wanted time to stay in neat little boxes. Meanwhile, the universe never agreed to any of that. It just kept doing whatever this is. So somewhere, according to perfectly ordinary physics, you're taking your first breath. Somewhere else, you're taking your last. Somewhere, you're watching this video for the first time. Somewhere else, you've already forgotten it. The universe isn't following one timeline. That's just the story humans tell themselves, because it's easier than admitting reality is completely unhinged. Anyway, Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Apparently, you already did.